Welcome to Bosco's Toy Box, where I'm back with more toy collectibles. And this time I went on eBay, and sometimes I like buying up, if it's cheap enough, I like buying up people's, they call them junk drawer random toy lots. And it's just simple little toys. They can be vintage, which I actually like leaning towards, is like the little trinkets, Cracker Jack prize toys, stuff like that. And I bought one about 5 or 6 days ago, and it arrived yesterday. So quickly, I just want to show you what I got in the lot. And there is actually two things for somebody that I know that they would like. First off is Vampire. And in the lot, I got this... if it decides to focus. There we go. This is the vintage Lego person, and he doesn't have his hands, but I figured that you would still like this Vampire. Okay. Next up, I couldn't pinpoint this, but it says McDonald's Disney, so I'm thinking that maybe Dismania would like to have this. And if you can kind of see this, when they painted her eyes, she looks a little off in her eye department there. So I just thought that was kind of unusual. But Dismania, I'm going to stick that in your trade box. Okay, so the rest of the toys I'm going to show you are not up for trade. I specifically bought this lot for a lot of these toys, and I'm really happy to have them. First off, I'm going to show you the really good thing. I got a vintage Star Wars action figure in the lot. And I can't remember the exact name, but this is the Endor Rebels or whatever. But I thought that was really cool to get a really nice, in really nice condition, action figure from Star Wars. So that's very cool. Up next, I got a Powerpuff Girl minifigure. Okay, and she comes on this little blue base, and as you can see there, 2000. Okay, so that's cool. This is a plastic toy. There's no year, but it just says made in the USA, which is actually pretty cool. But this was a plastic yellow car with this big black wheel. Not sure if something else is supposed to go here in the back, but that was really cool. So that's going to go in my little trinket box that I have. So that's cool. Next, I've got a gummy bear. And I actually would like to keep this. Because I think it's just pretty cool. And I don't know if there's a date on it or not. 1991 from Kellogg's. Oh, so I remember what this is now. Because this was, you got this in the cereal box. So yeah, so that's really cool. So I'm going to keep that. I got, and I love getting these, Army men, or which I like to classify them as just like Army men, but you know, there's different versions. But this is the one that fits on the horse, and actually this is the first one that I have that actually has the two pegs on both of the inside legs. So, and I'll show you the back of him. There we go. So that was cool to get that. I got this, not sure if it's from the Marx Toy Company, but she has, she's gardening, and I think she's gardening. I think that's supposed to be a hoe. And so I thought that was pretty cool to have her. I don't have any kind of, any kind of variety of, or actually I don't have many of the female army figures. So that was cool to get that. Unless... because I highly doubt she's supposed to be playing hockey, because it looks like she's got a It looks like either a golf club or a hockey stick in her hand or something. But it looks like it should be a gardening hoe. So that was cool to get that. And then the one that I really liked, and I'm hoping that I have enough light shined on it, you can kind of see the detail. If you can see that, the guy right there has got an eye patch on, axe in the hand, and it's kind of got an evil like frown going on there. And I'll show you the back. So that's cool to get that. I was really happy. That's going to go for a really nice Halloween toy photo for late next year. Okay, and this is, again, this isn't, there's no date, there's no markings, but this has to be vintage because it's a very hard, plastic, but you can pretty much tell that it's a vintage. I mean, it's got to be 50s, 60s, something like that. So that's very cool to get that. Keeping that, definitely. Oh, this is another awesome one that I really wanted to get for the lot. It's this green alien. Don't know anything about it. There's no markings or date on it. I highly doubt there's something on the bottom of his foot there. And yeah, okay, so that was cool. So that's gonna go in my little alien collection there. Up next, again, I don't know what year this has got to be old. I mean, I highly doubt that this is something that's within the last like 30 years. I mean, it's got to be like from the 50s at least, 60s maybe. But it's this cloth or I can't even pinpoint what kind of material that is on her head, but it's just, let's see if I can even back it out here. I don't want to bend her up too much because she's supposed to bend a little bit, but she's fragile, so that's going to go in my collection because that's really cool. Up next, these are a very hard plastic toy boats, and I'll show you the first one. So you can get it in frame here. So it's red with a off-white top there. There's no markings on this one, like a cruise ship or luxury liner or whatever that's supposed to be. And then this one, which has kind of like a pinkish bottom and then the same off-white top. But this one actually says from Harold's Toyland in Reading, Pennsylvania. So that's very cool. And actually, you know what, now that I'm just looking at it, actually I think these are whistles. Now that I'm looking at this, because I saw the slit in the back, and you probably cover up one of these three holes to get different sounds out of it. So I'm not going to put my mouth on it, of course. But I still like it for the fact that it looks like some kind of old just toy, even though that it's just a whistle. So that's pretty cool. And speaking of whistles, if anybody remembers what these are, how actually you're usually with the because I don't know if they still make these, but like when I had them when I was in the 80s, that you would fill it up with water and then it would make that bird call sound. So I'm not sure if this is strictly just a whistle, because I don't see anywhere where you would put water into this like those semi-recent ones. But this is a very hard plastic, so of course this is 70s maybe. So that's cool to get that whistle. I got this is a freight crate from Matchbox, and this goes to part of like a semi base. So as you can see there, so I'm happy to have that. So and they actually make different ones with different stickers on it and everything like that, different colors. So that's going to go in my Matchbox collection. And speaking of Matchbox, this is, even though it's in a little rough shape, this is a Matchbox Superfast orange peel car. And actually the exact name of the car is it's number 74 orange peel from the Superfast collection and the Lesney car. And if I can get it back in focus, I will show you. Okay, well, my camera wants to be difficult. Let's focus. Okay, there you go. So this pops open and it has the little stand intact, and there you go. So that is very cool. Again, rough shape, but I don't care because that's pretty darn cool. Because I'm gonna have to show my friend Mike that car, and I know Sean Henry would like that a lot too. Just the look of the car. He'll get a kick out of that. But yeah, that's going to go in my collection. Love Matchbox super fast cars. Lesney cars, stuff of that nature. Now this one I know exactly what it is because I looked it up right when I bought the auction, or bought the lot. I think it's from 1975, but this is the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. And it's a wind-up toy. And I'm going to try to see if I can back out of this just a little bit so I can show you. There we go. So he's missing his arm. His right arm, that is. But that's very cool. I still wanted that. I don't care if he's missing that arm because I still like that look, the look of the wind-up. 1975 wind-up toy. Actually, let's look at the bottom here. Let's see if we can actually get the camera to pick it up. Where's it at? There you go, 1975. There you go. And then it's got copyright dates of 1939, 1975, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MGM, a movie studio, of course. So that's very cool. So that's going to go in my wind-up collection. And then the real reason why I bought this toy lot is for the Tootsie Toys that were included in it. So I have two of the same car here, but even though I've got two of the same cars here, I'm still keeping both of these because I love Tootsie Toys. They're just awesome little toys. So I love just grabbing as many of these as I can. And then the other one that was in the lot, which is really cool, I actually like this one better than the green one, is this red beat up one here, which, let's see if they have the, it just says, let's see if you can see what that says there. Just says Tootsie Toy Chicago USA. Usually they have like just a like if it's a Corvette, it'll say Corvette. Oh, Porsche. There we go. Very hard to see it. It's on the end. Let's see if I can show you to here in case you're somebody out there was kind of curious. I'm getting too much of a shadow. Let's see if I can shine the light differently. There you go. I think you can see it on where those two dots are on the top of the wheels. It says Porsche. So very cool. Just had to move my studio light. Okay. So that is that small little lot that I got, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below, and in my description I will have my Flickr toy photography page. Always love doing toy photography. And also in the description is all my friends in the Collectors Talk Trading Circle. And like, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this is Bosco signing off.